Hello friends, I am a good hour into filming the video that you're about to watch. I'm also very sweaty because it's very hot out here, and for some reason I decided to wear an all black outfit. Don't know why I did that. I just wanted to make this video all about Third Ward, kind of as a love letter to Third Ward. My mom moved to Third Ward after I went to college, so I didn't really grow up here, but every once in a while I would come back home, when I had breaks from school. And I've always wanted to learn more about Third Ward and explore it more because this is my home now. And I thought, why not take us both on this experience of learning more about this really beautiful and amazing neighborhood that has such a rich history. So I'm going to do my very best to encapsulate that history. Yeah, I just Ubered to Emancipation Park and enjoy all the footage that I've collected. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. Alright y'all, this is my first time recording a voiceover and I feel so official. Alright, so let's jump right into this. Third Ward is a historically black neighborhood in the heart of Houston, Texas, with a profound and deep history. I'm not a history buff by any means, but I thought I would share some interesting facts that I came across in my research. So Houston was incorporated into Texas in 1837, and at this time it was divided into 4 quadrants. So Third Ward is actually the southeast quadrant. In 1872, 4 influential Black American ministers and businessmen spearheaded an initiative to purchase a few acres of land along Dowling Street. That land would later become Emancipation Park. And what do you know? That's what you're looking at right now. It's almost like I planned this. Emancipation Park is located roughly in the center of Third Ward. Back in the day, this is where the annual Juneteenth celebrations were held. For those who don't know, Juneteenth is a holiday that celebrates the emancipation of the last enslaved people who were located in Galveston, Texas. Though the Emancipation Proclamation went into effect in 1863, it wasn't until June 19, 1865, that the last enslaved peoples were told they were free. Of course, we know that freedom is something Black folks are still fighting for, but here I'm using freedom in the sense that Black people were no longer relegated to chattel slavery. In the early part of the 20th century, the area was just about evenly populated with Black and white residents, but by the 1930s, the Black population had drastically increased. The area gradually became the heart of Black life in Houston, and subsequently, the epicenter of civil rights activism. In the 1960s, Black college students at Texas Southern University staged sit-ins at local segregated lunch counters. Third Ward was also the location of the Urban League and NAACP. In fact, the NAACP still has their office in Third Ward, which, I think is pretty cool. Today, Third Ward is a mecca of museums, art, creativity, and Black social life. And just so you know, all the sources I'm using for this audio will be in the description below if you want to do some research on your own. Just a few days ago, my mom told me that there was an exhibition at Emancipation Park paying homage to the Black people whose lives have been stolen by police brutality. I knew I wanted to include this memorial in my video, so I'll briefly share their mission with you while you go through it with me. Quote, the Say Their Names Memorial is a nationwide initiative to honor Black lives lost to racial injustice, police brutality, and racism. The memorial was started in Portland, Oregon on Juneteenth, 2020, and has since been put up in over 20 locations across the U.S. Our hope is that this memorial will allow people the opportunity to honor the lives of those lost, pay respect to the ones who deserve justice, and facilitate conversation around systemic racism. So if you're in Houston, the memorial will only be up until October 13th. You've still got some time to check it out, but I would definitely recommend it. It was a harrowing experience. At the end of the memorial, there were some folks handing out quarter cards to raise awareness around a recent incident of police violence in our neighborhood. I asked them to briefly share their message so I could help get the word out, so here's that.
My name is James Hudson. I'm here on behalf of the Joshua Johnson, on behalf of Congressman Al Green. Joshua Johnson was a young man that got shot and killed back on April the 22nd. He was house sitting for his neighbor. They stated that the deputy that shot him, his name is Tutran, was on a stakeout looking for a capital murder suspect. To make a long story short, he shot and killed Joshua Johnson instead. We're asking everybody under the sound of my voice to call Kim Org, District Attorney, at 713-274-5810 and tell her we want justice for Joshua Johnson and we're voting in November. We have video footage that's going to prove that the officer was lying about what happened. Tutran, this man has shot and killed 2 people already. In Southwest Houston, they know him as Ticket Tran. We've got to get this man off the street. Please, guys, make the phone call. It makes a big difference. Thank you, guys. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh.
So I want to end this video by talking about gentrification. I feel like we just can't talk about Third Ward without addressing that, so here we go. Because Third Ward is conveniently located close to downtown and several universities, more investors are purchasing property than ever before. And with the massive influx of people moving to Houston, it has become a relocation hotspot. As I was walking around, I literally saw so many new townhomes and developments. Like, seriously, y'all, they're freaking everywhere. Third Ward is undergoing full-blown gentrification right now, and many fear that the cultural legacy of the area is in jeopardy. Oxford Dictionary defines gentrification as, quote, the process of improving an area of a town or city so that it attracts people of a higher social class than before, end quote. I think the notion of improving is highly debatable, but the part about attracting a higher social class is definitely true. We've seen the devastating impacts of gentrification over and over again, wherein low-income residents in the area are eventually driven out because wealthier residents cause higher income taxes and they just can't keep up. In this sense, we might understand gentrification as an anti-Black project. So at this point, the sun started to set and it was time for me to go home. And once I got inside and I sat down, I had some final thoughts to share with you. I wanted to share them while they were fresh in my head, so here's that. Alright y'all, I just got back home and I washed my hands and sanitized and all that good stuff. This part of Houston has such a rich and beautiful history, and it's frustrating to see the people who built this part of town being pushed out of it. There are so many things that I wish I caught on camera, but I just didn't. Literally 90% of the Black people that I walked past said hi to me. You know, there's just that like warm familial experience that you have when you see other Black people on the street. And there were so many other moments that I wish I could have captured. Like, there was this outdoor gym close to Emancipation Park and there were all these people outside and they were just like blasting music and everyone was having fun. I didn't film those moments, not because they weren't important or wonderful, but because I wanted to respect that these are like people. Obviously, I'm not gonna treat them as if they're like subjects for me to film, and I feel like that's a violation unless I have their explicit consent. There were just so many beautiful moments while I was out, and it just makes me so sad that there's such a negative view of Third Ward. When I was doing research for this video, I typed into YouTube Third Ward Houston, Texas, and literally all the videos that you see are, you know, Third Ward, worst neighborhood, Third Ward, so dangerous, things like that. Third Ward is not characterized well. It's a very, very negative characterization. And I think neighborhoods that are historically Black or in downtown or quote unquote urban areas are characterized in that way because Blackness is always already criminalized. My goal with this video is not to romanticize Third Ward or to pretend that there aren't issues, because like every neighborhood, there are always gonna be issues. I just wanted to show a different side. I just wanted to put something on YouTube that's not so negative and harmful and demoralizing. and show you like Third Ward is beautiful and Black is beautiful, and I feel so fortunate to live in a neighborhood where I get to see myself everywhere that I turn. You know, unless I'm looking at the gentrified parts, then not there. Although I am half white, so I don't know how that works. All right, y'all, it is late and I definitely have readings to do for my class that I should have done earlier, but instead I was recording this video and editing this video, so yeah. All right, now I'm gonna eat dinner and do my homework. So I will see you on Saturday. Bye. Also, look at my outfit. Look at these socks. See those bananas? Look at that! Look how freaking cute that is!